What is happening, sports fans? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I am rocking it solo. It is Monday, December 6th. Here to talk about some NBA with you guys. We got 10 games to crush. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend, had a really good NFL, DFS weekend, college football, whatever you got into. Hopefully it was great. I'm excited to talk about some NBA. We got some NFL content coming out in a little bit. Me and my boy, the DFS Patriot, are going to make a video that I'm just going to make public for everyone. Should be getting on here right after I'm done with this video. So stay tuned for that. And before I dive in, I got to talk about our couple promotions we got going on. So if you've been watching the videos, you know by now, if you sign up for Jazz Sports, you get a no-risk wager up to $1,000 on your first bet. That's $1,000 back if your first wager is graded a loss. You just can't beat that. And then Loose Lines, it's another newer site that I've been getting a lot more involved in. You get really, really good lines and odds, much better than normal books. Reduced juice, and a ton of other perks. Get an additional 50% off when you deposit there. So a ton to like there, a ton to look forward to as far as betting content goes. I'm going to be coming out with videos this week. Hopefully you guys support that. And yeah, with that being said, let's dive into some NBA. I got 5 picks I'm excited to talk about. Members only video, is out. And with that being said, let's just dive right in. So starting out, the guy you just want to lock in everywhere is going to be Ish Smith, 3,400, played 32 minutes yesterday. I'm a little bit worried about Charlotte falling on their face today. Much tougher spot against Philly off a back-to-back. Missing LaMelo, Rozier, McDaniels, Plumlee. They're shorthanded. They played really well yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't play well today. That said, it's just prices all the way down to 3,400 for no apparent reason at all. Assuming he's starting again, just lock him in and move on. Kagan, the machine in all formats. I really wouldn't fade him. If I were making one tournament line, he'd be in it. Next up, this is more of a tournament long shot, a guy I really wanted to call out, and that's Darius Garland, my boy DG from the Cavs. Just balling right now. Another guy, I hate that they're coming off a back-to-back. Tough loss against Utah yesterday. Great game. I watched a lot of that fourth quarter. Mitchell and Garland were going back and forth. It was a show. I mean, check the game log. My dude's put up 50 plus, in 3 of 5. He's pricey at 7,900, but he's clearly got upside at this price. If Giannis is out, I like Garland a lot more because I think the Cavs have a better shot to stay in this game. But either way, man, he's balling right now. I really like the way the Cavs are playing. No one's going to be on him here. He's got upside. As a tournament long shot, I'm about it. All right, next up, arguably my favorite stud in all formats. Embiid's right there. Obviously, we know big men crush Charlotte, so could have brought him up as well, but wanted to take the Paul George angle. So not in his greatest form right now, is not playing, amazing ball. What I like, though, is, what I don't like is that the Clippers are in a little bit of a slump. They've lost a bunch of games recently to teams they probably shouldn't have lost to. I think Paul George gets up for this spot against Portland, a team that's knocked him out of the playoffs before. No Dame Lillard, so, you lose that angle. But he's got really, really good history against Portland. I like that he's taken 20-plus shots in each of the past 4 games. I like Paul George a lot here. The defense for the Blazers has been awful. With guard being kind of a coveted position today, it helps that he's small forward and power forward eligible. I'm just a big fan of PG-13 here. I think it's a get-up spot for him in a game that should be competitive and high-scoring. And I'm just going to go right down to the other guy I like a lot from this game, and that's going to be CJ McCollum. So I think people are a little bit scared off by his $9,000 price tag. And while he's definitely not like a cash game lock anymore at this price point, he's still wildly in play for me with Dame out and Simons out. Shot 21 times last game, lost run because of the blowout and because he got hurt. He's got upside at this price with Dame out. I mean, he's going to have the ball in his hands a ton. I think this game is close. The Clippers are not playing great defense right now. I like the McCollum and George combo a lot as a late-night hammer in a game that, again, I think has a ton of points. All right, going back up, going to talk about another cash game lock, a guy you probably want to plug in your tournaments as well, and that's going to be PJ Washington. So all these Charlotte guys are in play. They got about 6 or 7 of them. Washington played 38 minutes yesterday. Tougher spot against Embiid here, but Charlotte's got no other options. They have no one really to put in there instead of him. Coming off the bench with Nick Richards getting like the spot starts, Washington is a cash game lock and a risky fade in tournaments at this price. I don't think it's much of a lock as Ish Smith because he's significantly more expensive, but hard to get away from in all formats. I'm a PJ Washington fan. I like his offensive game. So even in tournaments, you could do a lot worse and just know that he's going to be popular going in. that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want more content, more videos, more write-ups, any of that stuff, go check out the DFS 5-pack. We'd love to have you. Go check out Jazz Sports, Loose Lines. The links are going to be in the description video of the description link of the video. And I appreciate your support always, guys. Thanks again.